Well, it's another day, another non-dollar, and it's cold. Well, I've made probably 4 or 5 videos on different vehicles and different things that's happened. Unfortunately, I've just gotten to a point where I'm just not happy with how any of them come out. So I have like 5 videos I have not released, and I don't know if I will. But I'm going to try with this video. Probably not going to make a lot of sense or have much of a point, but we're going to try. I don't know what the exact temperature is today. Probably 20, 25 degrees, something like that. Everything's kind of frozen solid. And what better time to make a video than with the junkyard javelin start, with a blower start. Now, there's a little bit of method to my madness here on this. Well, I need to get it back inside because I got to thinking about it the other night. I know it's got antifreeze in it, but I don't know how much antifreeze it's got in it. And I'd sure hate to ruin this engine. So we're going to try to get it fired up and into the shop. Just like most things, I had to let this four-wheeler thaw out for about a week in the shop. It's warmed up some, but it's been really cold, really snowy here. But it kind of warmed up a little bit this Thanksgiving week. And of course, we have this thing I have yet to make a video on, but it's a good truck, but it's kind of disappointed me a little bit. Not real bad, but you know, when I got it, I knew it was going to have problems, and well, the problems are becoming more and more apparent. But I did put brand new tires on it, even the spare is brand new. So I quit rambling. I got to get my other Jeep moved and some stuff moved around, and I got to pull the battery out of that. Now, don't get me completely wrong on this old truck. My disappointments are really just so the heads are worn out of it. You might be able to hear a lifted chick right now, but it shakes really bad. It smokes real bad when you start it. And I've already taken the valve covers and all the valve train apart, and I've already kind of figured out everything that's going on with it. And you can grab the valves and physically move them. So the valve guides are bad. This truck's got 170,000 miles on it, so it does not surprise me. Ugh. But you know what? I mean, it runs and drives fine for around here. I'm just disappointed because I drove it 40 miles away to go get new tires on it, and the problems it really has became apparent. And, you know, I guess all I've done is drive it around up here, and it's been just excellent. So that's my disappointment with this truck. I do kind of have a video made about going into the valve train and all that, but again, I don't know. I have not been happy anything I have filmed lately. And by lately, I mean pretty much for a year now. Okay. Gotta get resituated there. I've got a bunch of firewood though. All that firewood I got with that green military Jeep. Okay. Hands are getting cold here. There's my fantastic internet that never really works. Oh, I don't know. I'm not even sure if we get this thing started. Hopefully, I'm not just wasting my time here. And also, I guess my videos, I've been kind of not making a lot of them, is, you know, I get it, they're not real interesting. I don't know how to record anything. I mean, that should be pretty well apparent. And, you know, kind of just in a spot right now where I got a bunch of stuff to do, and do I want to spend the time making videos on it, or do I just want to do it at my pace and not worry about getting the detailed shots and trying to make it entertaining? Right now, I'd like to not ruin this engine, so hopefully it'll start. I mean, look at the bolts. They're starting to show signs of weather. So Thanksgiving was the other day, and I guess it's time for the Christmas decorations. This is a pretty sad little tree, but I guess we're going to put some Christmas lights on it. I'm going to stomp down all this noxious weed. Get it out of the way. Noxious, nauseous, whatever. Looks like the keys are inside of it. I better get some air in that tire. Now, I know I've made plenty of videos on this car, but how detailed are they? How much detail do I ever go into? I don't know. But obviously the battery goes in the trunk here. And here's my biggest problem. I don't know if this battery will even start this car. Well, we're going to give it a try. Because if it doesn't start it, holy crap, the battery won't even fit in there. If I don't start it, I will probably have to, I don't know yet, I'll have to get my Jeep or something over here and get jumper cables and all that fun stuff. I'm going to go grab a little bit of gas in the air compressor and try to get her all at least able to drive. The old shop is a mess. That's what that military truck did. It leaked oil all over. Let's see here. I'm not really sure where I put my air compressor, but I will have to find it. Oh, I know where it's at. It's in the other one. Duh. Let's see here. There it is. I want the best chance possible of getting this just fired up. So we'll get the old priming bottle. I really need to throw some cat litter on that. We'll get the old gas can here. put some gas in it. I gotta grab the air compressor and we'll go from there. Tell you what, cutting up this wood makes a mess. I usually come and sweep this every other day or so, or at least on the weekends when I come back in the shop, but haven't this time. I usually keep this guy running between 5 and 600, even though you're not supposed to be in the 600 range. But if I keep them running there, even though this isn't insulated, even when it's been 10 degrees, it'll stay warm. I'm probably gonna have to get a new camera. This one here just doesn't like to focus much anymore. So. Alright, I'm gonna grab that air compressor and we'll get after it. Now if I remember, getting a good battery connection could be kind of tough. I really need to go through and clean up these battery connections. And I mean by, you know, having to climb in and out of this car 100 times because the battery cables are too loose. Should probably tighten them up. We got 26 pounds in there. Good enough, I think, yeah. This is an old, one of those little T-Max gas-powered car, RC car, little gas funnel thingies. I don't know what you would call it. And another thing we were having a problem with this car was this carburetor. I'm going to have to take it apart and really work on it some. The boosters kept leaking on it really bad. They got a little check valve in there, a little check ball right there. I'm assuming that's just stuck or sticking or full of crap or something. It also could be the, from what I've been reading, it could be the boost valve. Apparently those can blow out pretty easy, and unfortunately I've had some backfires in the old girl. If we can get it to start, we'll let it idle for a minute anyway. I gotta unhook the air compressor and open up the garage door. We got power. Oh! Make sure nothing's on. And there we go. As I figured. I've had nothing but problems with these connections. It's probably going to be the ground. I should probably just go get a wrench, tighten it up, but you know, what's the fun in that? Nope, that didn't even work. Nice try. Nice try. Oh, that's pretty tight. Let's see if I can just sling an arm in here. Nope. Alright, well I'm going to go grab a wrench before I get mad. Well, I don't really ever get mad, but before I get frustrated. Now let's see if that does anything. Nope. Oh man. This is going to be one of the first things I'm going to have to fix on this car. Since I ain't hadn't mess with it too much. Oh, well, that could be a problem right there. I may have to take all those connections apart and clean them. And I ain't got very much daylight left. Well, that didn't even do anything. Well, let me get some work into this and I'll bring you back. Alright everybody, I think I got it working. Let's see. Probably didn't like that. I don't know. Guessing it's just leaning fire. On me. That detonation is not good. But it's not a real hard detonation. I've had this thing detonate hard once or twice. That's a really soft detonation. I don't know if that's lean or rich. I don't really know. I'm guessing that's a lean detonation. You ever watch my videos on this? It's 20 degrees out, but according to that temperature gauge, it's 190. How long does it take for one to warm up with a supercharger in this cold weather? I don't know. Got good oil pressure. 2 gallons of gas in it, so I think it should stay running. Just in case anybody's wondering or cares, since we've had the blower javelin put together, we've put a measly 639 miles on it. I drive that in a week back and forth to work. Just throw him right inside there. Really surprised it's not doing the cold smoke and all that stuff. My hands are starting to get cold. this is where it's going to get interesting. I don't know if it'll actually make its way in here, but we're going to give it a try. We are going to give it a try, boys and girls. Well, we got her inside here. Had to go get a couple things done real quick before it got too dark. Had to get my fire re-going. But I'm actually kind of surprised how well that started and ran. But yep, I guess this is kind of what I'm going to be piddling here with for a little while. I have other projects, but they're just not, right now they're just not top priority. Keeping my investment safe and unfrozen is a priority. It's got antifreeze in it. I just don't know how much antifreeze it's got in it. I think the coldest it's been so far is like 5 degrees. So, at least here. But got a little bit of insulation on them. So. Well, if you're just tuning in, there'll probably be more on this car, so if you've never seen it before, there are plenty of videos about this car and all that good fun stuff, so go check those out. And again, I appreciate everybody that's kind of stuck in there and waits for my new videos, but again, I'm just kind of in a slump where this move, my job, everything, it's been chaotic. It hasn't been very easy or very fun. And I think that's a big part of those videos I have recorded already. I haven't had really a lot of fun with them. Just because I've got other things going on and I just can't put my time into them as much as I want. Like this car here, I got it running up here, but I really didn't get to enjoy it. So like I said, hopefully we'll get some videos in on this. I'll probably have to kick this back out here soon and then bring another one in maybe by next summer. I have another garage door I plan on sticking over there where the AMX is. Oh, and some of you have asked me, you know, I did put my plasma table up for sale. And then some of you have asked me about, you know, motor mounts and stuff. Unfortunately, it's gone down to a crawl. You know, I think we've got, I would say, I'd have to look back in the books. So far this year, I've sold a whole 6 sets. And it's November. The end of last year, we were at 412. I'll have to look back, but I kind of think we're at our the tail end of the iceberg there on motor mounts. I'm going to continue making them until either this sells or something else happens, but like I said, unfortunately my job is 90 miles away one direction, so I drive 180 miles a day to work, and by the time I get home about 6:37 at night, depending on what the weather is, and I go to work at 6 in the morning. I just don't have a lot of energy to come out and even mess with stuff hardly anymore, so hopefully things will change and things will pick up. I've tried to do some other business investments with the CNC, but it's opportunities are limited up here where I'm at, and a lot of people have asked if was it the right choice to move up here and do this. Well, it was my only choice. My job of 15 years got bought out by a corporation, and you know, the first thing they told me is they wouldn't pay my salary, so you can't make it in Bozeman unless you're getting paid 100 grand a year. You're not going to make it there. And up here, there's 800 people in this town up here in the mountains, and we're almost an hour either direction, any direction you go. Actually, some directions even further to get to the nearest town that's got an auto parts store and stuff like that in it. So but like I said, the opportunities are very limited up here. I've done some sign work in town and stuff, but I have to kind of focus on my job I got right now because it's how I pay the bills and how I keep things going. But as far as having just free flow money to throw into these projects and make these videos and stuff, it's not existent. And that's the other reason I'm kind of selling that plasma table. I mean, I've got a business loan on it, and it's not paying its loan. I have to pay that out of my pocket every month now, so you know, it's getting to a point, some of these things are just going to have to go. And here in a few years, after I finally get settled in and get everything done to this property and maybe get the rest of the shop floor poured and get the other garage door in, and I plan on doing a lean-to or an extension on that side of the shop. We'll have some more space, and hopefully everything will be caught up and all my back bills from Bozeman will be paid off in a few years here, and we can get back on track. But I'm just giving everybody a heads up. It's going to be a slow adventure here probably for the next year or so. Maybe not. It might pick up and get better. I don't know. But right now I'm going to make videos when I can, and hopefully I'll actually upload them. I'll be happy enough to upload them, but I'm kind of forcing myself to upload this one. So anyways, I'm not trying to be negative on anybody. Again, I appreciate everybody that watches. I appreciate all new subscribers. I know I say in videos all the time that I don't make a dime off YouTube. In fact, it costs me money, you know, and it does cost me money to have the editing hardware and all that. So but that's okay. I'll just keep making them until either I just get completely non-interested in making videos anymore, or everybody just flat out quits watching, and then we'll just say we had our 15 minutes of fame at that point. But hopefully we'll just keep going here. So alright, well, I'll quit rambling on, and we'll see you in the next video.